You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today. 2012 Honda CBR1000rr. Custom yellow and black color scheme, baby. 20th anniversary edition. But anyways, I want to show you guys the awesome trunk space on this bike. No other super sport that I know of has this much trunk space. Check it out. I showed you guys early on when I first got this bike, but even with this here, this rear seat spoiler, it actually even gives you more room because it's kind of bubbled up. Check it out though. I fit my FZ35 35mm camera in here, my GoPro Hero 2, which you guys know is really fat compared to the GoPro Hero 3 and 4, and I got my tripod in here. Check that out. And I can even fit more. I could probably fit another 2 GoPro Heroes underneath there because it's deep back there as well. So look at all that shit I can fit in my trunk. Is that awesome or what? But yeah, I'm loving this color scheme, guys. I love the black tank cover because the black tank cover makes it look more aggressive and it breaks up the yellow. But I think it looks awesome. This tinted windscreen came with the set. I just didn't put it on before because I thought I wanted to mount my GoPro Hero on the tank, but I'm not gonna. Probably the rest of this year I won't be mounting the GoPro Hero on the tank, so you can see out of the windscreen. But this is actually tinted, even though it looks blacked out. You can actually see through this from the back. But that came with the set with monsterfairings.com. So I'm loving this aftermarket Chinese set. Fairings here from monsterfairings.com. Everything fit on, stress free, no problem. And look at it, baby. Just look. Is she beautiful? What? God, look at the visibility, guys. Look. This is even more visible than my white CBR1000rr. Look at that yellow. You can see it a mile away, man. It's awesome. I love this bike. But I wanted to tell you guys, you know what really pisses me off with Honda is in 2014, they actually changed the ergos on this CBR1000rr. 2014, they actually put on a harder seat. They made the clip-ons lower and they put the rear sets farther back, so you're in a more aggressive riding position, which sucks on the street for long distance riding. You know, I know these bikes really aren't meant for long distance riding, but hey, come on. 90% of the people that buy super sports never see any part of the track because most of us can't afford that shit on a regular basis. You know, track fees are very expensive, and then you got extra rear tires, you got more maintenance. You know, God forbid you crash your bike, you're rebuilding your bike all over again. You know, nobody, unless you have a ton of money to blow on a hobby, you know, most of us are not going to be doing that. So Honda, go back to the way you had it with this lovely 2013 and older CBR1000rr, where the ergos were absolutely perfect for the street and the track. It was kind of a combination between the two. I mean, this bike is as comfortable as my CBR600rr that I rave about all the time in my past videos. So Honda, if you're listening, go back to the regular ergos. The guys that can afford to hit the track, they have the money to pay the extra $300-400 for a hard sports seat, lower clip-ons, and more aggressive rear sets. You know, don't put all that burden on us regular folks out here. you know, that can't afford that or don't want to spend all that extra money, extra $1,000 to make the bike more comfortable. I know some of you guys are going to get pissed off of me saying that because some of you just want to be assholes, but in my opinion, use common sense, guys. Seriously, we buy these bikes for the streets because the streets are free. The track's expensive, you know. So, but I am so glad that I bought this 2012. I got it for, dude, I got it for cheaper, and I bought this brand new off the showroom floor as a leftover model. I bought this bike cheaper than the new 600s. I'll tell you how much I paid for this bike. I paid $9,300 out the door, guys, with 0 miles on it. Mint condition, brand new. $9,300. A lot of guys are paying that for FZ09. I think what is the FZ09? I think is like $9,000. This bike is better than the FZ09, guys. This shit is more powerful. It's got a ton of mid-range. This bike is a torque monster, man. And you got the full fairings, unlike the FZ09, where you get that full wind blast, which wears you down after hours of riding. This bike you can ride all day long. All freaking day long, guys. I rode this bike. I bought this at a dealership in Pennsylvania, and I rode it all the way home to Ohio, Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And I loved every second of it. I hated to put the bike away, just like my CBR1000rr, you know. And I haven't gotten rid of my CBR1000rr, by the way. I still love that bike. I think it's awesome having two bikes because while I'm working on one, I have another bike to ride, you know. In the past, just having one bike, it sucked. If I had to hurry up and finish, you know, working on the bike so I can get a MotoVlog in, I don't have to do that anymore. I can take my time now. You know, I have, so I love having both bikes. And yes, the 600rr is still fun to ride, even though I own this beautiful CBR1000rr, which this bike is more fun to ride than the 600. I will admit, it is more fun because it just has a ton of torque. You know, like all you guys told me, and I was wrong. You know, the CBR1000rr, mind you, has plenty of torque for the streets. It's got more power than you'll ever need. But when you get on this bike, that all that torque down low and this powerful mid-range on this bike, it just, oh man. And if you put a hyperflow pipe on like I have on this bike, it's just going to give you an orgasm. When I didn't have a pipe on, mind you, when I just had the stock exhaust, it wasn't as fun because of the sound. It was missing the sound. The speed was there, but the sound wasn't there, you know. In my opinion, you have to have sound to go with the speed. You can't have a quiet super sport. Some of you guys may like that, which it makes no sense to me because you want to be seen. You want to be heard on the streets if you're not seen. And this bike commands attention. It really does. When I crank that throttle, that deep exhaust, hey, I'll let you guys hear it. I'll let you guys hear the beautiful sound of the hyperflow. I know you guys, for you regular viewers out there, have seen a ton of my videos with me revving the throttle on this bike, but I had to do it. I'm sorry. You got to do it. This bike's already been warmed up. I've been riding all around here. But look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Yellow and black, baby. But let's hear the sound of this baby. I know you want to hear the sound. Check it out. Hyperflow, baby. Oh, I forgot to get a shot of this side. Look at that. Beautiful. Woo! I don't think, probably not one other CBR1000rr, a 2012 has this color scheme. Obviously, the 2008s had this color scheme, which I hardly ever see out here. I saw like one time. So it's not really a common color scheme, at least here in Ohio. But I love it. I know some of you guys may not like it, but to each his own. Everybody has their favorites when it comes to colors. But also, by the way, I did add the OEM badges on here, and these are very expensive. I paid $50 just for these tank badges. And these are not just stickers. These are hard plastic quality emblems here, guys. And this is the 20th anniversary edition here, RR, as you see there. I put it on the back. You know, when I had my OEM fairings, it was right here, stock. but I like it back here better. But anyways, without further ado, let's hear what she sounds like. I try to get up real nice and close. Yeah! Yeah! Ah, I love that sound. Hyperflow, baby. That deep rumble, the bass. Now I'm gonna let you hear me take off on this bike so you can hear the true sound of this bike. Alright, let me get on the bike and I'll do a little 0 to 60 run here on this back road.
Welcome to CycleCruza's Click to Go links. Just click on the pictures below to go to my recommended videos and my social media sites. Also, don't forget to visit my blog and store at CycleCruza.com. If you have any trouble clicking on these links, they are also provided in the info section of this video. Thank you and subscribe today. Guys, check out my new channel where I talk about anything and everything, not just motorcycle related. CycleCruza MotoVlog.